Hey everyone, I'd like to give you a quick preview as to how to find a keywords competition. There's many ways to do this. Some of them are outdated, some of them are inaccurate. But the one that I find which is most accurate and the one that works for me is one that's called QSR. Let me just type that in. Now QSR basically means quoted search result. And then let me type that in just so you see it. Quoted search result. And that basically means whatever keyword you're looking for, you'll want to put it into quotes and click on this. And the method I'm going to show you right now is going to show you the exact competition of the keyword. It's free. Anyone can do this, and all you have to do is take your keyword and type it in. Generally speaking, the longer your keyword, the less the competition is going to be. Usually, for like 99% of cases, that's the way that it is. So let's say you have a keyword in mind. In my case, let's take a few examples. Diets for obesity. And I'm going to want to put that into quotes, and I'm going to hit search. And when I hit search, I'm going to want to go to the very bottom and go to the very last page that's possible. So it took me to page 10, and then I see that there's also page 14, and I go again and again and again, and there's page 18, and I keep going again and again and again. And once there is no more next page written, and this is the last page we're on, what you're going to want to look at is this section right here, where it says page 22 of 212 results. Now, 212, that is your exact competition. That is the exact number of pages that are competing for diets for obesity. Now, the rule of thumb is if the results are less than 300, you have a good keyword. You can actually make a post or a website, whatever the case is, for that keyword and have a good chance of landing on the first page. Um, Obviously, a lot of things depend on how old your website is, how much authority it has with Google, how many comments it has, how much prestige it has. But usually, when you're getting started with writing up things on your articles or blogs or whatever the case is, look for keywords that have less than 300 results. Now, again, this was called QSR. So in this particular case, the QSR for the keyword diets for obesity is 212. Let's try another one. Let's say that diets for women over, here's a couple of ideas. Let's try 50. And again, I put that into quotes, and I go to the very bottom, and I try to find the last page. And page 9 is the last page. So again, we look at the number here, and it says 88 results. So the QSR for diet for women over 50 is 88 results. Not a lot. Great keyword to work with, and obviously I forgot the S over here, but actually let me try that. If I put the S, uh, competition might go up. Actually, it's even less, surprisingly. It's 65 results. So the QSR for diets for women over 50 is 65 results. So if you were looking for a good keyword that you could rank under, generally speaking, the less the QSR, the better. And believe me when I say there's a lot of keywords that have a lot of search traffic and very little QSR. Um, you can do this on your own. You can find a competition for any keyword that you want. And by the way, I'd like to point out that sometimes you may type in a keyword that has no competition whatsoever. Like you'll type it in. Let me see if this works. Diets for women over 50 that work and don't involve diet pills. This is a very long keyword just to illustrate the example. Nobody's really going to type this in. But when you type it in something like that, you might get a result like no results found for diets or whatever the case is. And if this is the case, then the QSR for this keyword is 0. And that's the best possible number that you can have because 0 means there's no competing pages whatsoever. Um, Obviously, in this example, we're a little bit extreme because there's a lot of there's a huge phrase that we have. But there have been keywords that I have found that have been pretty short, maybe about 3 or more words, and they've had 0 QSR. If you find something like that, by all means stick to it. Use it for whatever your website's content is, and work with it. Now, one other thing that's optional, if you want to add, I want to show you a keyword tool that I personally use to not just find the QSR, but also how many people search for that. Generally speaking, there's a lot of keyword tools around. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, some of them have trial offers. But a lot of them are inaccurate or they show metrics that are very difficult to understand or work with, at least for me. And the keyword tool that I personally use to not just find competition, but exact monthly searches, or how many people look for that, is called Jaxi. I'm going to provide a link to that below, so just so you can see this video, so you can see how this works. And once I have keywords that I found from whatever, whether it be Google or whatever else, I can just type it in here. So my first keyword was diets for obesity. So if I click on search, it's going to give me the monthly searches for this keyword, the estimated traffic, which I will get as a result of being on the first page, the QSR, which we just talked about, which is 267. I think the number for diets for obesity was around that number. And keep in mind that QSR, the competition for a certain keyword, changes monthly, weekly, even daily, because new pages might be added in. New people might be trying to compete for the same keywords. But this tool is pretty much the most up-to-date one that I've tried. I've tried a number of them. I've tried Market Samurai. I tried the Google Keyword Tool, the free one from Google, but that's really more for advertising, like on AdWords. But anyway, like I said, I think that this tool is the easiest to work with, and it really gives you a lot of different tools that you can try. Like it gives you related keywords. It gives you a lot of other keywords that you can try. Let's try one more keyword, which was diets for women over 50. Um, Now, there's different ways that you can try Jaxi. There's a free trial which I recommend everyone do, and that is for free. You get 30 searches with Jaxi. You don't have to provide any credit card information, no personal info like address or anything like that. It's just name, first name, email, and a username, and that's it. They'll give you 30 free searches. Then there's also two other packages. There's I use the middle one, which is the regular package. It's $19.99 a month. I feel fine with that one. Then there's also one called Enterprise, which I haven't really upgraded to. It's like $60 a month. I think it's not that necessary unless you really want to go all the way. But for me, the one that I use is plenty fine. So yeah, for diets for women over 50 gets 542 monthly searches, and the QSR for that one is 65. Now, if you remember, when we looked it up on diets for women over 50, we pretty much got the same number. So let me try that again. Diets for women over 50. If we go to the very bottom, click on that. 65, there it is. That's the exact same number that we were given here. So this keyword tool tells you the QSR right away. Obviously, you can look for it on your own, and this keyword tool is optional for QSR, but if you're looking for keywords that have low QSR and at the same time a lot of monthly searches, you're going to want to use a keyword tool like this one. And at the very least, I recommend trying the free trial of it to see how it works out for you. So yeah, that in a nutshell is how you find the exact competition of a keyword, and if there's any questions, just leave a comment or a question below this video or on my page, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Thanks.